Oh boy, folks! Nothing like coming in hot. If it's not hot for one thing, it's hot for another thing. Brad, Alex, Austin, and Patrick from Waypoint.
What a world!
Oh,
what a world!
Goodness. Oh my gosh! So, what are we doing today? Well, today
we're
supposed to be.
I don't know.
We're gonna watch the Nintendo Direct. You might be watching us watch the Nintendo Direct along with you. If you don't know and you're watching this archive, you know more than us at this point. But if you're watching this live with us, Nintendo of Japan put out a statement saying, "Don't mirror the stream. Kind of don't cross the streams. Don't put Gozer back in the little house. Like just let the Marshmallow Man run rampant." And we're not sure what's going on. Nintendo of America seems to also be kind of trying to figure out what's going on. If we can,
I can at least formally say I got an email that said checking with Nintendo when I asked Nintendo.
Good. That's a step in the right direction. I got a text message back that said "lol."
So Nintendo. So we figured maybe commentary is okay, but then it sounds like going around circulating within different outlets is like, no, that's not okay. They don't want anybody to do anything. We're not exactly sure what's going on. So if you're watching this live with us, you might want to have the stream up on the side. We're gonna kind of play it by ear and see what's going on. We'll probably start with our faces for a bit here, and then kind of gauge the temperature here. We're very small. We don't. We don't really want to be. Kind of new, necessarily want to be sued or have our channels closed yet. Or maybe it's been a hell of a run. I don't know. Thanks, everybody.
We'll see.
My strong opinion is that they will do they said what they said. A bunch of people will stream it anyway with commentary. No legal action will be taken. Nothing will happen. And in about a week or so, everyone will have forgotten about this because no one will ever talk about it again.
Let's never talk about it.
I hope so. The thing that this highlights for me is the ways in which all of this works on a wink and a nod, that DMCA takedowns are built in such a way that Nintendo could just immediately shut this stream down the second their audio started playing on our stream. And that is, it's a terrifying reminder to the degree which all of this hangs on unspoken agreements, you know?
I mean, my kind of feeling is we're here to do coverage of Nintendo's lineup.
Yeah.
And this is how they are presenting it. We can't be there live. We can't watch this. We can't give you this any other way but watching it. Obviously, we have to do it live. There's no other way to do it. But
this is not the Warhammer Skull showcase, Vinny.
But this is what they're giving out as their commentary, and this is what we would like to then commentate over. I don't know. There in some world, the fair use and transformative property laws are just not there yet.
That's the thing, right? No one has challenged this in court and won that case so that we can feel like we're on firm ground.
Yeah.
And also Nintendo has a lot of money.
Yes.
They do.
So it is time for it to start, but I'm not.
It has not yet.
Oh, okay.
It's just started.
I think it is starting.
All right, here we go. You know what I say?
Doing this? I guess we're doing this.
Do it.
Should we watch it? Do you want to try to put it up?
Do it.
Let's maybe keep a finger hovering over the button.
All right,
yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Your company, not mine.
Check it out. Here we go.
Easy to say, Austin.
Look at this. Look, I showed it. I showed it.
Show me the Nintendo.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shinya Takahashi,
I showed it.
and I'll be your guide to today's Nintendo Direct.
It will be okay.
Hello, I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi, and I'll be your guide as well.
The Nintendo Switch system is now in its 5th year, and many people around the world.
I'm talking over it as well. So this is hey everybody, you're watching Nextlander and Waypoint, watching and doing editorial coverage over Nintendo's 2021 showcase here. If you're watching this is us kind of evaluating and thinking about what's happening here for Nintendo.
We're all about transformative work around here.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
But also from our
Just set a timer, so if no one said anything after 10 seconds, hit the buzzer, and then we have to say something on top of it. Transformative work!
So if you want us to shut up and just watch this, you should watch this stream separately, because we're going to be talking over a lot of it, because we're here to do our coverage.
We hope you enjoy it.
And hopefully not.
And now Vinny's freaked out. He's talking over it.
There are cars pulling up in front of my house. There's a giant Yoshi coming out in gear. In
He's
full
carrying a
regalia.
truncheon.
What? We got a Ganondorf on
We have a Ganon alert.
Nobody in chat said keep talking and nobody gets sued.
Push him into the fire!
This is a smash. Oh, Kazuya is a smash. Is this our next? Okay, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Why not?
Why not?
Just threw Ganon. Can I point out he just threw Ganondorf into a volcano?
Yes.
I'm down.
And I would love to. This is a great way for Nextlander to go out. So
Wait,
thanks everybody
fuck?
for joining us on the final.
Street Fighter Cross Tekken now.
Yeah, I was gonna say finally.
What?
He's just gonna throw every single character in Smash into that volcano, isn't he?
That's pretty funny.
It's
This is 40 minutes of Kazuya throwing people into volcanoes. And yep, okay, sure. Keep going.
Oh, this is. Oh no! Look out! Look out!
This is so good.
So this is the good Nintendo.
This is
Nintendo.
This is hilarious.
They've listened to our podcast.
Shit. Devil Kazuya is extremely funny. Business Suit Devil Kazuya. Oh yeah, good. The guy from is that Ghosts and Goblins Devil guy?
Wait, is Heihachi also in it?
Was it? Heihachi may have already been in it. I think Heihachi may have already been in it.
I believe that.
In my heart,
it's been a while.
In my heart, Heihachi.
Might be wrong though.
Wait, Heihachi in Smash? Sorry, I was looking.
I thought he
Heihachi
was already in
in
there, maybe.
Smash, right?
I don't think.
You can't kill. You cannot kill Kirby.
Oh no!
He
It's
just floats
impossible.
up. He just floats back up.
He was a me brawler.
You know what? That was actually really funny.
Hello,
That was
I'm
great.
Masahiro Sakurai from Sora Limited and the director of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game. Kazuya Mishima from the fighting game series Tekken will join the battle. Surprise!
So what's the word on the internet? Is
I'll
everybody
go
shut
over
down
the
yet?
details at a later
going
date.
on?
Not yet.
So please,
I've
I just
seen.
checked
I got our
another
stream up.
popular
We're doing
channel.
okay.
prepared a short video.
Just checked another
to
popular
showcase
channel who's
Kazuya's
also
moves in
streaming
Super
this,
Smash
so
Bros.
Okay.
Ultimate. Please take a look.
strength in numbers.
Yeah,
What I say.
This is collective action.
We're strength and lawyers,
Yes.
which
Yes, hey, everybody knows direct action gets the streaming goods.
That's right. I've not played Tekken seriously in probably 15 years, but I still have so much fondness for these characters. They're just very cool.
Tekken. Sorry, go ahead, Vinny.
Okay, I will go ahead. Thank you very much. I have the floor. My kids will now know about Tekken characters. Like that's
true.
That's what Smash is. Smash is just the conduit for my kids to learn about things like Fire Emblem, Earthbound, now Tekken. So my kids will know about, why is he throwing people into volcanoes? Well, let's sit down. Join me
Time
at
to
the
load up
dinner table.
Tekken 3 and play through
like
every one
Tekken.
of the single player endings and
it's
get those CG
Ultimate.
finishers.
I mean,
I'll talk about the
so
fighter
to my
more in
mind,
future
Tekken 7
presentations.
is the best current fighting
We
game
still have
going
to
right
record it
now.
first,
Like,
actually.
I like Mortal Kombat 11 a lot.
The air date is shown below. Please stay tuned.
back.
Yeah, I mean, no, especially with that VF5 port, which is fine, but it is not anything special.
Thank
I
you,
love
Mr.
Virtua
Sakurai.
Fighter, but like Tekken 7 is just so good, and
new
like
fighter,
every time
Kazuya,
it's in a
will
major
join the
tournament,
fight in
like
Super
that
Smash
shit is
Bros.
always
Ultimate.
super hyped to watch.
Please look forward to seeing how Kazuya, who has
I
experienced
overheard
many
my
harsh
kid
battles across the
in
Tekken series, will
his
fight
Zoom
in
call
this
today
game.
in school,
All right,
just
let's
flexing
continue
about
with our
consoles
first
in the
batch
house.
of Nintendo Switch.
Damn.
Just like, oh yeah, we got PS5, we got Series X, I got a Switch. He's like, I'm pretty sure there's a GameCube somewhere in this house. And I kind of walked in and knocked on the door, and I was like, come on, man, cut it out. Like, cut it out. What are you doing there? You don't even know what a Nintendo is. Just knock it out.
You should have just yelled and said, "They're not yours, they're mine."
No, I will never. No.
Oh, well, that's too far.
That's too far. Listen. Oh, look
What
at
is this new Life is Strange?
Oh, they're all together.
It's
They're
just-
all in
they're
Smash
together.
now.
God,
She's got the power of empathy, and she could feel what
Please,
those Tekken
the
characters.
psychic power of empathy. You have to use the brand.
The next thing will be she's touching someone, and then she's throwing people into a volcano because she gets it now.
So they are announcing the new Switch
animated
today?
intro.
They are announcing the Switch today. The twist is it only runs Smash Brothers. Everything that they do in Smash Brothers now.
Sure. Okay.
Life is
That
Strange
makes sense
True
to come to
Colors
Switch.
launches on Nintendo Switch
Yeah, why not?
September 10th. And Life is Strange Remastered Collection comes to Nintendo Switch later this year. There's something for everyone on the Nintendo Switch system. You are Star-Lord, leading a legendary band of heroes.
Sure.
Under their optimal conditions for
gameplay of this
system.
one.
I had to reread that bottom blurb pretty quickly there.
Star-Lord's daring combat style.
Like, are we watching Switch footage
Marvel
here?
characters.
No, we are not. We're watching the cloud version of the game that you will play on your Switch.
You got this.
Yeah, I was to say, this is how they get around the licensed soundtrack streaming problems for this one, is that they just can't fit the music on the Switch version.
That's right. It's on the CD-ROM version.
Everywhere. In this
Although, would Guardians then be the first example of a major third-party game coming out day and date on Switch with cloud? Because games like Control and things like that have been after the fact.
I think in Japan, I think it's happened in Japan like 2 or 3 times maybe, but you might be right.
For 2 weeks after launch, a new map, Spaceport Showdown, launches with Worms Rumble wriggling onto Nintendo Switch June 23rd. Get a 25% discount when you pre-order the game starting today on Nintendo eShop.
Ooh.
Apparently, Hitman 3 did come out day and date on the cloud.
Right.
Well, there you go.
That's right. Hand-painted world.
I remember this.
You'll customize a team of demigods and unleash devastating attacks and captivating turn-based combat. Astria Ascending launches on Nintendo Switch September 30th.
Sure.
Okay.
Who's making that? Is that a dev I need to care about?
Charming and quirky world of 2 Point County. In the wholesome management sim 2 Point Campus, you'll build and run your very own university the way you want it. Lots of creative tools are at your disposal to make the school yours and take your educational empire to the next level. Enrollment for 2 Point Campus starts on Nintendo Switch.
I'm gonna make my campus like Harvard in How High.
Okay, well now I'm in.
I'm gonna get Method Man and Red Man in there somehow.
20th anniversary this year.
That JRPG was the Super Neptunia RPG developer for people who care about that.
Okay.
Say that doesn't help me, but that probably helps someone else.
Exactly.
That's a monkey ball.
That's a monkey ball. That's II, right? That's II?
Wow.
Get this deep knowledge. Super Monkey Ball lore. Sure, I would believe
that.
And
baby monkey.
I don't think that baby's called Baby. Is it? Maybe it's just called Baby. I don't know.
I would believe
hey, baby monkey.
Yeah, Baby was right. Baby is the name of the baby monkey.
They made it easy.
Did.
First time that I had too much to drink was playing Monkey Ball. Fond memories.
What an association to have.
Yeah.
Well, my parents were out of town. We stole something from the back of their liquor cabinet. Peppermint schnapps, not recommended. We played a game where it was if you lose a match, you have to take a shot, and then people just started losing matches on purpose. It didn't go well. Didn't end well.
Mario Party Mayhem? Of course you are. It's a superstar collection of Mario Party boards and
I feel like as a parent, I don't know what I would be more angry about.
Live it up on 5
the drinking or the monkey ball.
Era,
well, they didn't know about either. And later, years later, I told my mom what happened. She said, "You realize that was from our wedding. Your father and I don't really drink liquor. That's why it's there."
That's always
she said you should. She mostly said you should have stolen something more interesting for yourself.
Okay.
Wow.
Button control.
Didn't help me when I was
100 mini games from the Mario Party.
Didn't help me when I was 19.
You'll
but
have a blast in this all-star fun fest. Here's a little party favor. All game modes work with online play.
I really. It's not a Mario Party collection, but it's like a Mario best of Mario Party.
That's playing a board game online with friends.
Best is a very relative term.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Then resume the festivities. Stickers are also available to communicate with others.
Someone asked if this was a new game or DLC. This is a new game. This is a new Mario Party with
October 29th.
mini games from every Mario Party. It seems like. So I don't know. Right. I had fun with that last one. The last one had an okay, like, team-based versus mode. That was kind of cool.
I'd like to say one thing. Currently, we're working hard on the latest game in the Metroid Prime series, Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
However,
just trust us.
But today, we'd like to introduce another new entry in the Metroid franchise.
Okay.
Please take a look.
And I would show it, except all you fuckers are restreaming this right now. So no for you.
Metroid. Oh, word?
Whoa. Huh.
Oh, that's fucking. That's fun.
You can't just say that.
Oh, that's very Super Metroid, because doesn't Super Metroid say Metroid 3 somewhere at the beginning, if I remember?
You might be right.
Like a weird little callback, I think. I think that's right.
Finally, the 5th Metroid.
I think I have some catching up to do on my Metroid lore. Like, what is this Mass Effect, like, bad guy doing here?
That's a guess. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Wait, is this game just a runner?
Oh. Can you imagine?
It is not.
They did Metroid 5 on a runner.
Dread.
Metroid Dread.
Okay, sure. I like all the sci-fi white, like, plate armor shit.
Yeah.
Are they going to refer to him as...
Ceramic plating.
Are they going to refer to him as the Dread Pirate Ridley?
God, this looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metroid is like my #1 blind spot in gaming, and it's an embarrassment. I was like, I was like afraid of these games as a kid. Like, truly, they terrified me, so I never played them when I was young.
I played a lot of the Prime games, but not really the mainline ones.
I was afraid to go into Torian at the end of Metroid 1 when I was a kid. Metroids are so ugly and creepy and aggressive.
So who's making this?
I finished that 3DS
That's
one.
That's a good question.
Was it 3DS? What was the 3DS one? Like, I feel like it was like during an E3 or something. I finished it. It was good. Really.
Wow, that's soon.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. All right. Sure.
That's October. This October.
For the first new 2D Metroid game in roughly 19 years. The brand new Metroid Dread game. As the name Dread implies,
Metroid Dread game would also be a sick name.
Showcasing a variety of threats that Samus will encounter.
Like a stealth mode, I guess.
It's scheduled to be released
on
October 8th, so it won't be too long until launch. On that same day, we'll also be releasing amiibo figures for Samus.
Oh, that's all right.
The robot seen in the video.
Is the Emmy like a nemesis? Is it going to like chase you throughout that game?
Maybe
that's not a bad. Yeah,
that's a good announcement. That's a fun surprise.
Get ready to get down in the latest Just Dance game.
Was the 3DS one a remake of the second one?
Yes. Yes, that sounds right.
The Mercury Stream, right? Was the developer of that one?
Mercury Steam, yeah.
Oh, here's an interesting note from someone in our chat here. Metroid Dread was originally supposed to be a DS game in the 2000s.
Oh wow!
They canceled it.
I thought that name sounded familiar.
Is that? I'm trying to pull this from the back of my brain. Was Metroid Dread shown as part of a sizzle reel in a video thing during the at Nintendo's E3 booth, but was never actually shown formally? I feel like there was a game that
I think that might be it.
I'm wondering if this is that game.
Another very funny thing is they said that this is the newest 2D Metroids in the last 19 years, which I guess didn't Other M have 2D segments? Wasn't that also?
We don't talk about Other M.
2.5.
Are they just saying we don't talk about it? That's very funny. So.
Protect the Earth from an invasion by Vegeta.
Well, the Other M developers are apparently the team that's working on Final Fantasy Origins.
Oh no!
That makes sense. though. That's of course, sure.
They ever fixed that demo? I don't think they did.
Yeah, they did this
Is
morning.
It playable? Oh, it's playable.
Yeah.
Along with the main story, You can explore
Okay, Other
the
M was
vast
not.
world of
Okay, I'm looking at
Dragon
Other M
Ball Z.
footage for the first time in years,
Hey,
and
why not help out the locals?
it had like side-scrolly out parts, but it was not 2D. So that's
You can always
it's
train
kind of
your
3D-ish.
skills too.
Like, yeah, it's like 3D with a fixed
There are
camera
lots
kind
of
of thing.
things to keep you busy.
Yeah, but you can also like move up
The
and down
boss
a little
battle
bit.
episodes, A New
So.
Power Awakens, parts 1 and 2. is
Vinny, how
also
you feeling about these Gokus?
Dragon Ball Z
Oh,
Kakarot.
man.
Plus, A New Power Awakens set.
Did you play
Kakarot?
Onto Nintendo Switch September
No.
24th.
I gotta put a little distance, like so it all
Grab a
becomes
golf
fresh
club
again.
and
Like
get
it's the
ready
same
to
story
tee
over
off.
and over. It's like
The Mario Golf Super Rush game launches soon. Here's a quick glimpse into each of the modes.
I wish that Kakarot game had been better.
Standard golf.
I bounced right
Take
off
your
it.
time to read the wind
I want a
and terrain
Dragon
on the
Ball game.
greens.
I think it's time for a new Dragon Ball game.
It's time. Yeah.
The way you're saying that makes me think you want a Dragon baseball game.
Give me a Dragon baseball.
I want a ball game, man.
Yeah, give me a
Yeah,
Dragon.
Yamcha
ball
stars
game.
in it as the
Smack your ball, then chase after it. Be the first to get your ball in the hole.
Shenron's the
Outpace
you know,
your rivals
just out there.
with special dashes and special shots.
Damn, Luigi's skating across the green or the fairway.
Battle golf. Duke it out over 9
What?
flag-marked holes in an
What's battle
obstacle
golf?
arena.
Okay.
Capture 3 flags to win. Golf adventure.
God, I hope this golf adventure mode
Rookie
is
to
good.
pro with your Mii
I was
character.
so disappointed by
The golfing
the
challenges that await may
the
surprise you.
campaign mode in that last tennis game.
And here's some
Yeah, it
news.
wasn't
I would
great.
just love for the
3 updates are
campaign
planned for
in
future release,
this to
including
be
additional
better
courses
than
and
that.
playable characters.
Did you play
Such-
Golf Story?
such-
the
The
Switch
fairways
game?
I did. I
Almost
like
open.
Golf Story. It was fine,
Set
but
your
like
tee
it's
time
the thing
and
I
get
want
ready to
is
ace
that
those
Mario
shots
Golf game
in
from the
Mario
Game
Golf
Boy,
Super
right? Or
Rush.
Game Boy
Yeah,
Color, maybe I
Nintendo
don't remember.
Switch system
Where like
June
it was
25th.
just like a
Pre-orders
golf
are available
RPG
now on
in a
Nintendo
more
eShop.
traditional way. Like Golf Story was really cool. I liked
Ready
all
for
of
the ride
the
of a
little
lifetime?
side challenges and stuff, but it didn't scratch the itch of just like the numbers going up in
Welcome
the
to
same way
vast
for me.
and vibrant world of Monster Hunter.
Anybody watch that Capcom thing yesterday? It sounded like non-event.
There's a
They were who they said they were. Like they
Okay.
showed up,
Diverse
they showed the games that they
landscape
said they were going to
Monster-
show.
a monster
They announced that
companion.
RE8 is going to have DLC. They didn't show anything
Gather
because they
materials
said like
such as
development
honey
is
and
about to
ore,
begin
then use them
on
to
that
craft items
DLC.
for your journey.
Appreciate the honesty.
Which sound they were basically like because it was done because it
But
did so
beware of the
well.
many
We're
monsters
making
roaming about.
RE8
Some are
DLC
docile,
or Village
but others may
DLC,
suddenly ambush.
and then it was just other stuff they said it would be. It was
To fight,
the Great Ace
you'll team up
Attorney.
with
It was
your
this,
monsters and use weapons
and it
skills
was
to
some
overwhelm
talking
enemy
about
monsters in
Street Fighter
turn-based
esports.
battles. Win. and you'll
Somebody
be rewarded with
did
their
something
materials,
NFT related yesterday, right? Was
can
that
be forged
Ray?
into new weapons and armor.
I saw a
Before
hubbub.
Razor, it was
Is
Blancos
that an egg?
or
You might be
Blancos
able to hatch a
something
new
something. It was a game that was announced last
Incredibly powerful
E3, I want to
monsters
say,
can also
and
hatch from
everyone
rare
I knew
eggs.
was like, "This looks like bad
Need
fake
more
Funko
traveling
Pops."
buddies? Join up with friends
Like
for
it
co-op
was,
multiplayer quests and
it's nothing that
battles.
you should be concerned with. I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think you need
Okay.
to worry about
Real
this
monster
particular
of an
NFT
adventure.
situation outside of ignoring it.
Monster
Glad
Hunter
to hear it.
Stories 2, Wings of Ruin.
Yeah, Mythic
Actively.
Games
To
Blanco's
Nintendo
Block
Switch, July
Party.
9th.
Thank you to JA in the chat.
You can play the free
Oh,
demo
on the Blanco
June
chain.
25th and carry over your save data
It's on the
to
Blanco
full
chain.
game.
That's right. I'm curious about Monster Hunter Stories too. I'm ready. I'm ready to play one of those
Here's a new game from
Monster
the
Hunter
head
RPGs
of
finally.
a certain
Ooh,
company.
a word?
Oh. So we've heard some rumblings about something here.
You heard some rumblings from me, is what you're saying.
Didn't want to call you out, Patrick. I didn't want to call you out.
Alex protects his sources, okay?
That's
Yes.
right.
That's and we just in that dynamic just illustrated that, and then I outed myself as
Yeah,
as
okay.
the source.
Look at me go.
So yeah, Patrick is my insider Wario source.
They came back and they have wonderful.
It's been a long time since one of these, right? I mean, did they make a 3DS
Yeah.
one, or did they skip 3DS?
The 3DS one was like kind of a greatest hits or like a remaster sort of thing.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
This is not
Mario
Charles
was
Martin
fucking
Martinet doing this right now, right?
Oh, I think it is.
Wow, I almost forgot some big news.
That's
Two
him.
people can play
Is it?
together at
Ooh.
the
Yeah.
same time.
Two-player
You're just not
warrior.
used to hearing Wario speak in complete sentences.
Maybe that's it.
Eh? Not nice. All right, you. Yes, you, the one watching this.
What else does Charles Martinet have to do but sit at home, get sent a nice microphone to speak into, and record waveforms?
WarioWare Get It
true,
Together
I know.
game launches
He plays with his
exclusively
toys.
on
He's
the
got his
Nintendo
Mario
Switch system
Luigi.
September 10th.
Is he on
Pre-orders
TikTok
begin
yet?
today on Nintendo eShop.
He should be if
Is he
he's
on
not.
Is he on Cameo yet?
Might be.
What you just saw was the trailer for WarioWare. Get it?
There you go. There you go. There you go.
WarioWare installment of this series. There are new microgames that.
My kids are gonna. I'm more excited for my kids than anybody else here. Yeah,
There's also a 2-player co-op mode.
No offense to your kids. I'm happy for your kids.
Hey, we're all kids at heart, right? Yeah.
That's right. When Wario's involved.
Next, please take a look at this.
WarioWare.
I'm back. I'm not going anywhere.
As a high school student living in Tokyo, your life is fairly normal.
Is this the new SMT or the yeah, okay, it is.
Shin Megami? Yeah.
Yeah, the release date had leaked
But that
a week or
reality
two
is
ago for
upended
November.
after you get pulled into a different dimension.
I hope this character knows that they look sick as shit with this like school uniform with a bunch of white flower prints on it.
Very good,
is
yeah.
Very fashionable.
Well, they just always known they'd be pulled into another dimension. They're just ready for it.
Yeah, they're like, I'm ready to go.
I
want to meet some demons and I need to dress to impress.
You think I put this eyeliner on just to go to school? I know what's coming.
I know I'm going to another Tokyo.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you fuse with a mysterious figure, gaining the power to fight demons.
It's like the dude from
Is that
Deus
Raiden?
Ex.
What lies ahead in this
Kazuya,
alternate
also from
realm?
Smash, is also coming into SMT. God.
The world is now transformed into a sprawling,
Great hair.
demon-infested wasteland. Though friendly demons do exist here, many are hostile and will attempt to destroy you. Harness
Protag.
powers to fight
Protag
demons
is
using a command-based system.
Hero
Finding
protagonist.
their weak point is key.
Yeah, that's right.
By targeting it, the number of consecutive actions you can perform in a combo will increase. Though demons are formidable opponents.
I don't need you.
Recruit them via negotiations, which begin when you open a conversation with them.
So you want me to join you? I think.
What are your
Give
benefits?
me some of your life. Yes.
If
Do
the
you have
negotiation is
401ks?
successful, a
That's an
demon
okay contribution,
will
but we
become
can do
a
better. I think I
powerful
think I can get a better deal somewhere else.
In some cases, by
Free Bagel
rejecting a
Friday,
demon's
I'm in.
request, they may feel motivated.
Wow, they do care about us.
Demons that do join will fight alongside you and grow stronger. By fusing demon allies, another demon can be created.
Yeah.
The new
That motherfucker is ready to go.
Yeah, he's
granting
evil
you a
looking.
powerful ally.
Don't take him.
Your needs and play style.
Don't take Jack.
Challenge the many demons roaming this post-apocalyptic world.
Is this
by
Switch
harnessing the
exclusive?
power
I
of
can't
your
recall.
own.
They haven't said yet, I don't think. Is it? Okay.
I think it was announced as like a partnership with Nintendo when it was first
That makes
Shin
sense.
Megami Tensei 5 will
announced
launch
some years ago.
exclusively on Nintendo
Exclusively
Switch
November 12th. Okay.
Yeah.
Just in time for my
Pre-orders the
birthday.
physical version begin June 21st.
That was the latest trailer for Shin Megami Tensei 5 from Atlas. This is the newest game in the series. Please look forward to future updates.
Okay.
Let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Celebrate
Snap.
10 years of Danganronpa in despair.
Patrick, you're a Danganronpa
Patrick.
person?
I played the first two. They were great, and then they just kept making them, and I was just like, I'm good. But I've heard this. I've heard it kind of peters out after the second one. But they're very delightful. If you liked, 999 VLR,
Three games
those
in
sorts
the
of games.
Danganronpa series
do.
are coming to Nintendo Switch.
But I've never
Monokuma, the
Dagon
self-proclaimed school headmaster, has trapped you,
Yeah, the first.
other high school students,
Even if you just played the
in
first
a
one,
literal
I think you would be
life and
delighted.
death. Unfortunately,
It's a lot of
the
fun.
only way out of the school and this lethal game is to betray the other students. And so it begins.
A body has been discovered!
When a student meets their demise, a class trial will take place to reveal the culprit.
You're the culprit, aren't you, Mila? Tanya, I had no idea.
They probably moved the body there.
Use the evidence you've gathered to refute contradictions
Oh my
and
gosh.
find the guilty party.
Sneak attack.
It's like in practice, much less convoluted than the interface would suggest. But it takes what would otherwise just be like some very simple menu-based options and makes it feel a lot more intense and satisfying.
Harmony has been expanded into a standalone game. Danganronpa S Ultimate Summer Camp. An all-star cast of characters from the Danganronpa series will
this
come
looks like
together to battle
Fortune
at a
Street,
resort.
but Danganronpa.
Who's the strongest of them all in this ultimate beach brawl?
All right.
The 4-game collection Danganronpa Decadence launches
Sure.
as a physical exclusive on Nintendo Switch later this year.
Dongan. But this guy is saying it's like it's Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Run Point.
Hey, just going down, getting a coffee, getting a Dongan.
Dunkin' Rumskull.
Hey, you need a Dongan?
Rumpeldumpskull.
All right, so you go down to the corner. There's a Danganronpa over there. Then you go take on the left. There's another Danganronpa 3 blocks down.
We call them donkeys around here.
Yeah.
In this horror.
Is this a new
Fatal
Frame? Or is this
Frame?
I'm pretty sure this is the poorly received, not very good Wii U one, but I reserve the right to be wrong.
It looks like where she's checking out the haunted forest of like the.
I mean, they do a lot of that in these games.
That's Fatal Frame.
Yeah.
I guess they're all haunted forests.
You're right. You're right. This is the 7-year-old Wii U game.
This spine-chilling story features
not well liked.
letting you experience the game.
Hey, but
yeah, just go back and play.
And photo modes are included in this.
I mean, sure, the better ones, that makes sense. But there are probably people who would have enjoyed this anyway as fans of the series who did not have a Wii U because no one had a Wii U, right? So,
but I'm saying as a fan of the series and who played this on Wii U, I did not like this game.
And DLC are coming soon.
Tim Richard in the chat says Austin did the quick look of this. That can't be true.
I believe that's true.
You know what? That's how you know you've made it.
In the first
You can't remember what you quick looked.
When you forget the games you've reviewed and covered, you're really there.
Deeper and more challenging combat awaits as you eliminate Hell's newest threats.
What if you turned the PC version of Doom Eternal all the way down?
Yeah, I mean, this is way worse than even low settings on PC. Like, this is an amazing technical exercise, but I don't know if it's the right way to play it.
I mean, is this a streaming one too, or did they fit that on?
Oh no, that's running on the Switch.
Get ramped up for 2 iconic skateboarding games.
The thing is, I've tried to play that on Xbox some months back after bouncing off the PC version. I hated controlling it with a controller, and I don't know how that would be even better on the Switch. That just seems
it's a little too much for a gamepad,
locally
I think.
or online to show off your tricks against other skaters. Drop into Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, launching on Nintendo Switch June 25th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. After 4,000 years, Sateki, the Witch Queen, has risen from the dead.
Oh man!
And only one group of heroes can stop
Oh,
her.
is this that 4-player? Yeah.
Yes, I remember this
like
game.
Indiana Jones-ish. Yeah, we played some of this.
Mummified
We did.
while solving puzzles in booby
shoot
dungeons.
the
Go
pipes.
it alone
That's good.
or team up with other daring adventurers in local wireless co-op and online play.
Yeah, it's another one of those games that like I remember playing, be like, yeah, this is all right, and then never thought about it again.
Brigade launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
Yeah, I remember streaming this, going like, "Oh, we should play some more of this," and then we never played some more of this.
It's
Is
a
that
new
exclusive?
adventure of cosmic proportions.
Oh, this thing, the rabbits.
And his friends will team up with the rabbits once again to restore order to the galaxy. Our heroes must stop a mysterious new evil from plunging
honestly,
the
put it on
universe
PC.
into chaos.
One way or another, this will eventually end up on
joins
PC.
them.
I mean, yes, the best way to play it will end up being, unfortunately, on PC.
We don't talk about that here.
No.
Oh, you mean the 4K version?
Until we do.
Yes.
Our heroes can run freely around the battlefield, creating new strategic and chaotic possibilities. So aim for victory with a little help from your friends.
My kids love this game. The first one. I'm so happy. Like,
wow.
Oh yeah, because it's ramping them up to XCOM. You know, it's just
that's exactly it. You're ready for your XCOM. Yeah, exactly.
Here are your keys. Take it out. Listen, don't rush forward. You're gonna pump the brakes a little bit around the turns. You'll be okay.
Do you think it was interesting that that trailer was leaned way less heavy into the genetic experiments that Mario was creating in space that launched this whole thing?
Wait, this is
What?
Orange Foundation. I was like, excuse me, this is Advance Wars.
Oh,
the original. I'll take that.
Okay, listen, any Advance Wars, yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, this is great. I have no no connection with Advance Wars, so this is great. Like,
yeah,
I know Greg Kasavin loves Advance Wars.
Yes,
it's good.
I'll take a remake of the original, absolutely.
I have been giving the side eye to Fire Emblem fans for years, saying, "Fucking give it a rest. Give me an Advance Wars for once."
It's distinct in many ways, you know. Like you're not matchmaking in these. You're just doing fun and often very difficult tactic stuff.
Play the first 2 Advance Wars campaigns.
They're very
in
good.
Advance
Oh,
Wars
they're very. Oh wow.
Okay,
that's awesome.
Wow. I think those are the good ones.
Out of these games.
On
I think
They are.
those
Two are good.
Listen,
okay,
listen.
once they got
People don't like Days
DS.
of Ruin. Days of Ruin
Yeah,
is underappreciated in my opinion.
of the day.
Days of Ruin is the Dark Souls 2 of Advance Wars.
Okay, all right. Well,
I'll
just
let
that response guide you.
Yeah, let it. Who was right in the end about Dark Souls 2?
I just because you like it doesn't mean I have to. I respect your opinion.
I couldn't get past
every day.
I couldn't get past the grimdark tone.
Days of Ruin. Xandra Vandra in the chat. Days of Ruin is mechanically the best Advance Wars. Thank you, Xandra. Days of Ruin rules. Days of Ruin fans rise up.
Oh boy.
You get enough people in a room, every opinion is represented.
That's right. I did not end up playing as much of this as I hoped I would, and like truly, honestly, a lot of it ended up being like it didn't feel good to play with some of the performance issues that it had.
Yeah, right.
And
it's rough.
That is such a rare position for me, but it was a bummer.
It is pretty rough.
All right, what do we got? About 7 minutes left in this thing?
Hello there.
Word?
I'm
What's up?
producer of the Legend series.
This is going to be Skyward
What
Sword,
you've just
right?
seen is a trailer for the
Probably.
first wave of DLC for the Hyrule Warriors
Or just
Age of
this.
Calamity
I don't know.
expansion pass from
Right, or
Koei
just
Tecmo
this.
Games.
I'm not expecting Breath of the Wild 2
It
in
will
any
follow Link and his
major way,
allies
but I would
through
love
more
it.
battles that
So
took place 100 years prior to the events of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I hope you'll look forward to it. I have a few more things to share with you all today.
a few more is a good way of saying it.
We'll begin with The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD game,
A
which
few
launches
more
next month.
puts hope in my heart.
Yes.
You'll immerse yourself in the role of Link by using 2 Joy-Con controllers for intuitive motion controls, or by playing in handheld mode, wielding the sword via
Yeah, it would be
flipping the
weird to
stick.
close on a game that's coming out next month. Like, I feel like that's not
This game
the
depicts
way they
the
usually
oldest
do
era
this.
in the Legend of Zelda
And we
series,
also
the story
already
of how
got
it all
our
began.
Metroid, like that.
Yeah.
So I expected
What
to
is
close
the
on
origin
that
of the
when I'd heard of
Master
that. So now that that's not
Why
what
did
they're
a
closing
woman named
on,
Zelda become the legend for
You know.
future generations?
Well, I
Soon
think they
will all be
most likely
unraveled
still have
in
some
this game.
collections to announce. I think there will be more games re-released on
We
Switch, but
hope
that
you'll
still
look
doesn't feel
forward
like
to The Legend of Zelda
closer.
Skyward Sword
a closer.
HD.
Yeah.
I like when Nintendo officially recognizes their timeline for Zelda.
Next up,
Yes.
Aha. Okay.
here's a
Here's the
little
new
something you
Switch,
might like.
folks.
You've been saying.
Look how small it is.
Games in the Legend of Zelda series.
Finally, something
This
Vinny
year,
could
the
play.
original Legend of Zelda game reaches its 35th anniversary.
I lost it in a
While
wrinkle
we
in my
don't have any
hand.
campaigns
This
or
rules.
other Nintendo Switch games planned.
That's cool.
We've been working on this Game & Watch system as a special item to help
Oh,
mark the
wow.
occasion and reflect fondly
Yeah, they did
on
one of
the
these for
earliest
Super Mario
days of
Brothers.
The Legend of Zelda.
Oh,
Right. Right.
Yeah,
because we're like we're hitting
First game in the series.
we're hitting 35s on all
Zelda.
of these. You know, we're just in that like 3 year
Yeah,
window
right,
where all of
right.
like all of Nintendo's like seminal stuff came out in the space of like 3-4
And
years.
the Game Boy
Oh,
version of The
sick!
Legend of
Link's
Zelda.
Awakening's
Oh,
on there
wow.
That's
too.
pretty good.
Oh, this
That's cool.
rules.
And
As
we're
well
making
as a
5
special
of them.
version of the
So
Game &
pre-order
Watch
now.
Right, I know.
starring Link as the playable character.
They should
So
have they
that's
considered
four
adding a
games on
crank
one
to it.
system, from longer Legend of Zelda games to the pick-up-and-play game Vermin.
Well, presumably you could mod. Maybe you can mod that and
In
add
addition,
these
Right,
games
regarding
to
the
it.
watch functionality
Yeah.
for the Game & Watch system, we've
If you
added a
crank it, you can get your
playable
hearts
clock
back.
based on the Legend of Zelda.
That's what I've
I've
heard.
always been
That's
saying
what
that.
I've
I've been
heard.
saying that for years. You
Theme
get those
of
hearts
Zelda
back.
2, The Adventure of Link. You can play with both of them by taking control of Link.
Nintendo sent me one of these. My oldest took
We
it.
hope you'll
and
enjoy playing
I know
this
it's
Game
in her
& Watch
room,
system
but
whenever
good
and
luck to
wherever
anyone
you'd
finding
like.
it.
Yeah.
I wonder what the aftermarket is like
Here's
for
the
these
last
things.
thing we have to show you.
Apparently not
This
much of
is
one.
the
I think
sequel
they're
to The
very
Legend of
heavily in
Zelda.
Let's
stores.
go!
Yeah,
2 years
yeah.
have passed
There you go.
since we first
Exciting.
announced this game, and we've been unable to share anything with you in that time. However,
Yeah, no
development
shit.
has been steadily progressing. For today, we've prepared some new footage to show
Whoa.
a bit more of the game.
Okay.
Please take a look.
Unexpected.
Bring it on.
Yeah, let's go. Very.
Is it just going to be more cinematics, though?
It might be, but still.
I want to see it.
There's a couple
I wanna see
minutes
the movie.
left, right? So.
Yeah.
And also, I'll pour over cinematics all day. Listen,
Yeah,
let's
that's
go.
true.
I ain't too good for it.
You're not wrong. I want gameplay, but. A word?
Higher than before.
Higher than before.
These Sky Cities.
A word? They're doing a Skyward Sword remaster? I wonder why. I wonder why that was
Free
happening.
bit. I was about to say. I thought we were going to see a screen that was like, Link has joined the Fast family.
Ooh. Oh, Link got a flamethrower now?
It's all about verticality.
Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at that.
They got stuff.
We've gone
Music
from
slaps.
you can't climb into rain to you are just water. That's a big 2 years.
Yes. That's a chord from another Zelda song. Is that from Hyrule Field? What is that from?
Yeah, that's a
2022.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
All right, out next year.
What we all
Okay.
expected, I think.
No title still?
So, what did you think? This time
Breath of the
around,
Wild
the setting
2?
for the adventure has been expanded to include the skies above Hyrule.
Okay.
We'd like to ask you to wait a bit longer. We're aiming for a 2022 release, so I hope you'll look forward to it.
Looking forward.
The deep bow.
How was that? That's all for this Nintendo Direct.
Not bad.
We are
Good-
diligently
yeah, great
continuing
direct.
to
Good
showcase
direct.
a number of other games we didn't show today.
Most of the
Glad
games
to
coming out this
Continue
year,
looking
which I
forward to
appreciate.
What's in store
Yes.
on Nintendo Switch?
Yes.
Yeah, as much as you hear about
right?
as much as you hear about Nintendo being impacted by the pandemic, they got games.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that means there's still one Smash Brother left, or Smash character left to
One
be
Smash
announced,
Right.
right? One Smash Brother left. We call them Smash Brothers here.
Yeah.
Dominic Toretto has joined Smash.
Yeah, that was a good lineup.
We did it.
Hi, everyone. I'm
Yeah,
Doug
this
Bowser
treehouse
from
stuff.
Nintendo
Let's
of
see what's
America.
going on here for a
And
second.
I'm here with Nate Bildorf, who leads our
Dougie
Treehouse
Bows.
As
I
you
do
know,
believe this is a
at
three-
Nintendo,
a 3-hour
we're all
stream.
about creating
Yes,
experiences
yes, it is.
that
Yeah.
deliver
We're just gonna
surprises
check in.
and smiles.
I'm happy for that.
I have
That
to
makes
say,
me feel more like it's
I
E3
found
a little
myself
bit.
smiling through that
Yeah.
entire
Yeah.
presentation,
There'll be the all-day treehouse.
thinking about how many unique
Like
games
this and
we'll be
Xbox are
able
the
to
two
share with
presentations. This
everyone
whole thing that
in the
actually
weeks
felt
and months ahead.
truly like E3 to
Nate,
me.
that last clip was
Absolutely.
incredible.
Well, actually, no. Square Enix felt like E3 too because it was incredibly
yeah, sure.
disappointing, and that's what you expect
Well,
from them.
Doug, they had me at the
Ugh,
first mysterious
harsh.
red tendril. You know what a massive Zelda fan I am. But that's 2022, and I'm
Yeah,
frankly
I'd
just
say I
looking
enjoyed
forward
a
to
lot of
seeing
the
all
indie,
games that are
some
in
of the indie stuff
pipeline
that
just over the
happened
next
too. But
couple
that's
months.
just like we
Okay,
get a
yeah,
lot of those
I've-
events all year.
Yeah.
But
I didn't see
WarioWare
those,
Get It
yeah.
Together, the
That's fair.
expansion for
It's worth
Hyrule
going back
Warriors
and
Age
at
of
least
Calamity,
skimming through those or
Legend of
looking
Zelda
at
Skyward
roundups
Sword
for
HD,
sure.
Mario Golf Super
Yeah,
Rush,
like Wholesome and
Advance Wars
Gorilla. I
1+2
think I heard are
Reboot
both.
Camp, and
pretty good.
Gorilla,
Metroid
Wholesome,
Day of the
I'm
Devs.
just not going to be getting
Day of the
anything
Dev.
done
You should go back and watch
in
Day of the
Yoshino.
Devs for sure.
that's-
Day of the
I
Devs
think
was just
that
like
may be
hit
the
after hit.
Same camp.
All right.
And Mario
Is there a
Golf Super
blur
Rush launches
on
in just a
Doug
few weeks on
Bowser's,
June the 25th.
Kind of
By
looks
the way,
like
Nate,
it.
Like, is there
Do you know
a
why
company
Luigi
logo that they
brings two
couldn't
pairs of pants
get
to
on
the
their
golf course with
Nintendo
him?
apparel?
Like a Land's End or something.
Yeah.
Patagonia.
I really feel for the video producer or the editor. The
You're
editing
right,
team
there
who
is.
had to.
Look at that tracking.
You
Yeah.
can play in standard
That's
golf mode.
tough.
But then there's also speed golf.
I saw a image going
The
around
golf
Twitter of
adventure
when
mode.
Greg
And
Miller
the
was
option
interviewing
for
the Guardians of the
buttons or
Galaxy
motion
developers.
control.
Like his home
You can
space
play with up to
had
4
a bunch of
people
Superman
locally
stuff behind
or
him because that's his
online.
favorite character.
I
So
can
just
say this
half
one
of
is
his
definitely
background
taking
was
up the
just
majority of my summer
blurred
games.
out during the
yeah,
Marvel
God.
segment.
Me both, and there's plenty more
That's
to come.
funny.
And as for today, our E3 show is just
All
getting
right, so
started.
I'm going to
Next
cut
up,
away
we,
from
of
this
course, have
for folks
Nintendo Live,
at home.
and
I'm
we'll be
going to
kicking
take
off
down
our
the
first-
audio here. I'll come back to us here. That was some great editorial commentary.
Agreed.
Over,
Transformative, I would say.
I am
Transformed the hell out of that.
by that lineup. I think that was a fun little lineup going on there.
I had a great time with that.
That's good. That was solid.
Yeah, I think the Tekken stuff is a lot of fun coming into Smash. I think that'll be good.
Good trailer.
Somebody without a sword for a little bit there. That's good.
Metroid. Advance Wars.
The Metroid game looks sick. Advance Wars, that's a hit.
WarioWare, that's a hit.
WarioWare, that's a hit.
Oh, WarioWare, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that
I've
was
already
a great
forgotten.
direct.
They had a lot.
Yeah.
Are they showing?
And that's Zelda stuff. Like
the same.
They're
we're
it's the
off
same
of the
Metroid
screen now.
stuff.
I forgot that we're.
I think they're showing similar stuff that they showed already.
Yeah. Sorry, Brad. What were you saying?
I just that Zelda stuff. It looks like they're not just relying on that same map again. You know, like they're really building out some new stuff there, even if it's it's all in the sky. But it's not just here's the map again.
It is very funny because I feel like a lot of the folks who are in that kind of fan community and who talked a lot about that first trailer of the game assumed it would be an underground game because it was so focused on going down with what looked like the corpse of Ganondorf and like torchlight in the dark and in the caves between Link and Zelda. And so to then go to the opposite of going underground, to go to these kind of sky islands and this view of everything from above is a very fun twist on expectations.
Sure.
That game already has such a vibe, and I think it's so rare for me that for instance, the Assassin's Creed games have come out, and I think that those games have moved more and more in that like RPG direction. I think they're very pretty games. I think different areas have different vibes, but there is such a tone to just like that solid single shot at the end of that Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, which is like, okay, this is what they're going for. They're going for this strange mix of like sublime beauty and terror, and that is good because it's so singular.
Yeah,
like that game a lot. Excited for this next one. Very biased.
Yes, for sure. It's okay. It's okay to be biased toward the things you like.
Yeah, I like the scraggy Link, long hair, just wild out there, just living out in the wild. Breath of the Wild has infested Link's hair. I mean, has his hair been long and shaggy before?
Getting longer.
It's getting longer.
Hey,
okay.
Nobody's gotten a lot of haircuts lately. It's okay.
Link also went through COVID. Yes.
Yeah. Did he used to have it? Is it shorter? Did he ever have it in like a ponytail? Or is it actually shorter and now you can't get it in the ponytail? Can't remember Link's hair from the
question.
Yeah, it's flowing in the breeze. I feel like Nintendo never does anything without a reason. So, like, I wonder if the long hair is like, oh, you need to tell which direction the wind is blowing, so you can use this power.
I just realized we got so distracted by the actual games they were showing. No hardware.
Well, they said. Hardware. I think they said before, right? Like,
yeah, but there was a tweet that said something. Exclusively software or something along those lines.
Yeah,
so
okay.
What happened? There was like this flurry of like, hey, new Switch hardware announcement is imminent stories, and then nothing.
Yeah, well, when you have places like Bloomberg that are kind of like outside the realm of your like normal sort of like Nintendo whisperers, it seemed. Oh, all right. Well, if we floated up to the Bloomberg Wall Street Journal level of reporting on new hardware, then it feels like maybe this is really coming soon. And like folks I've talked to that are familiar with the new hardware also thought, yeah, we wouldn't be shocked if it was announced soon, but they also don't know, like third-party partners are not clued in unless they're going to be part of a presentation. But my guess is it's the imminent is a spectrum. And so like by the, soonish will we see that hardware would be my guess.
Sure.
And do you think, Patrick, is it smoke on the street? Is it mostly just, quality of hardware upgrades at that point, better battery life, brighter screen kind of things, and
I don't know how like deep, I mean, it's supposed to have that, DLSS stuff that, the kind of like faking, resolution through AI, but everything that I've heard from folks that had some familiarity with, they're like, don't get too like, this isn't a Switch 2, this is a new 3DS situation. Doesn't mean that developers won't do cool things with it, but that you should temper your expectations for it. That said, I think for people who've had that original Switch, it will probably be like a pretty like happy upgrade. But anyone hoping for the magic like FPS counter to go up on the Switch, I don't think that's really going to happen here. Unfortunately, I think increasingly you're going to see more of those cloud games. Where Nintendo's going to loosen, because basically that stuff happened in Japan first. I think because just the network infrastructure is better out there. And so they had games like Resident Evil 7 coming out on the Switch years ago through the cloud before they allowed anything over here. Yeah. And so I think now that they're allowing Hitman, Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, even with if there was a Switch Pro, even if it was like slightly more powerful than the one that probably arrives or whatever it's called, it's still gonna lag behind in a way that the cloud stuff is gonna end up just having to be. I'd rather that than, I mean, the Doom Eternal stuff is cool. Like like it's neat to see them do it, and maybe Doom requires just like a like low settings version for that to even function from a mechanical level. But I think lots of games would do just fine to like, hey, you know, sit on your couch and, you know, be near your router and you'll be fine.
So how does it work on the portable end of it though? Like if you're claiming this as a portable device when you're on the go, like if I'm on an airplane, am I just not playing those games?
Yeah, I think it's called being screwed.
Yeah.
I believe.
It's an asterisk, and then on the bottom it says not playable if you are being screwed. Got it. Okay.
We have a console for you. It's called the Xbox 360. They're doing a. If you still have that stream up, they're doing a demo of the Metroid game right now. We're kind of
cool.
We're showing off some gameplay.
I can switch over to it just for a second here.
I also have been rewatching this Breath of the Wild trailer. I got a scoop from paying attention to the trailer. There's no more Sheikah Slate. Instead, Link just has that magic in his right hand, and also his right hand looks weird and maybe gross. Yeah. He might have like a different hand on there now.
Oh, like a Revolver Ocelot kind of thing.
Like a Revolver Ocelot situation. Anyway, what's going on with this gameplay? I need to rejoin that parsec, Winnie.
Yeah. If you send me an invite, I will. I'll kick this back out to you here. I'll put the audio up here for a second. We can kind of check in. Okay.
新しいデザインのメトロイドをこの後の任天堂ツリーハウスライブで紹介します。
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like they're about to do a live demo.
Nice.
Let's take a peek at that.
Yeah.
What's the summer?
Oh, they got graphic.
Yeah. We should get some graphic.
Yeah. Find out who's doing their graphics.
That's right. Now that
is that exactly 6 feet apart?
Social distancing, yes.
Yeah, right.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live. I am super excited about this next segment where we're going to delve into an early work-in-progress version of Metroid Dread, show some of Samus's new moves in action.
I have nothing against this dude. He seems really pleasant, but he also seems like the kind of dude who owned a head shop before legalization.
That gives the game its title. So I'm joined by
post E3 Treehouse.
He's exceptionally cool.
Yes, that dude is cool. That dude will buy you beer.
Yeah, and he took the Enterprise bong home with him after it closed.
The very beginning of the game.
The post E3 Treehouse stuff has always been great. Like since they've been doing it, I feel like it has
Samus's
been really good.
free movement here. So like I just spent a little.
I like how fast
few
Samus
missiles,
is in this
so
one.
I'm gonna use this
Very
interactive here to replenish. But
yeah, the 3DS game had some of that, right? Like they've kind of been ramping up the mobility.
For those that have played,
I really wanted to play that game, but I think by the time it came out, I'd fully lost my 3DS charger. I was like, well,
a lot of
that's
the area
unfortunate.
around as you use it. Also has this little tracking system that when
so it would have been nice if they could have ported that to
enemy,
Switch, but I think bringing a 3DS game to Switch is not
I want to take a moment to say that as Nate Sakamoto-san already mentioned,
also maybe not the best look.
In 19
no, I mean if you imagine what
that
I imagine that Nintendo's not necessarily making like a 3DS game and like 4K assets. So like, well, maybe we'll port it later. You know, I think they make them as they make them. So redoing that game for Switch would be almost like doing a new game.
Here's another returning move from
melee
Metroid
counters,
Returns, which is the melee counter.
All right. Now you have my attention.
One of my favorite features. And then a new one is, or the development of the melee counter.
Okay, that was in Samus Returns, that melee counter.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Move a little bit back. Come back. The melee dash. I really
Often in playing
love
video
that
games.
because it doesn't break momentum.
Yeah, I appreciate like watching a Nintendo
counter
developer
and
like
the
ask the
damage
AI to
that
cooperate for their
Right.
demo is
Really
I take some satisfaction in
on
that.
the improvements from Metroid Samus Returns. So like you mentioned, we had free aim and the melee counter in that game, and here we have the fronting.
It's a very satisfying melee attack, like a little
the
dash with an
melee.
uppercut.
So instead of having to stand still and wait for enemies to attack you, you can just go get them.
The area on the map is
really,
blinking. It indicates a hidden
movement.
item is there. See?
Yeah,
Look, the
I
low key,
that
like the evolution of
Samus
just telling people
so
where a hidden thing
well,
is
and
while
it's
also
just
not
all
robbing
about
them
them.
of the
It's
joy is.
Probably
That's
the
great
closest
because
I've,
that's
been
great.
able
I don't
to
want to look at a YouTube video. I don't want to look up a
Opening
map.
the
Just
map
give me a
screen here,
hint.
something
Like
that,
keep
Metroid
looking in
fans
this
know
area.
to
That's
love and
that's
adore.
really good.
But playing Ratchet and it just annotates the map with everything if you get within a mile of it. It's like, you know what? I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
I don't mind that either.
And they're
also tell me.
Back in full force in the
go ahead.
where
Tell me how many exactly how many of each one there is in the area. Like, I'm just gonna go get them all. Just you know what? It's fine.
You try and find another
You
way
get that.
through,
It tells you like
finding
the height and
ability,
elevation
push your way
of
forward,
like
fill in
where
the
the
map,
item is.
lather,
Like
rinse, repeat.
3/4 through the game, you will unlock something that makes all of that even easier. It's like the game recognizes you're in the final sprint and goes, you know what?
Something here
Man,
that I haven't
like
discovered yet.
we're just gonna
So I
help
could
you.
use
I'm like, yeah,
markers
thank
to
you.
kind of
And so I
pinpoint
100%ed
it
that
just in
game,
case I
and
don't
it
have
was
an
delightful.
ability.
The new Ratchet?
And I have to backtrack.
Yeah, I
here
finished like
to
96
explore it.
naturally, like before I wrote my review,
don't
and then
sleep
just
on
went
those
back and played another
markers. Those can
hour and a
be
half
really
and
important in this
cleaned up the last couple
labyrinthine
percent.
world.
We'll talk more about it when we do our podcast and talk about Ratchet. There is one thing though where they don't communicate
It
whether
is
you
really,
can
a
get
part
all
of
the
the
stuff
charm of
on the map
Metroid, though,
before
having
you have
this,
all the power-ups or
renewed,
have
sense of
reset the map,
purpose
which
in
I
your
don't like. Like
backtracking,
sometimes there's a
pushing
bolt or two
forward.
that's just like
Yeah,
I had to look it up
another
and be
thing I
like, no, you
wanna
can't get this. You'll have to wait until later in the
That's
story.
how I was with
Right.
Resident Evil Village. Did the same thing. I'm like, can I get this chest now or not? What is?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Okay, I can't. Got it.
Just give me have whoever's on my back. Just say like, you know, you'll have to come back for this one.
Yeah, you'll
Like,
notice
okay.
little touches everywhere, so keep an eye out for them. Oh.
That
different type of area here.
Story scenes is
Kind of interesting color treatment
Little
on
moments like
Samus's
this when you're
suit.
in helmet
Yeah,
zoom
I
mode
love it
really
though.
add to the
Yeah,
isolation.
I'm kind of digging it too.
It's very God, what's it remind me of?
Yeah, no, this game
it's
is
like
a
Vanquish a little bit.
Metroid Fusion, but
The white
suit looks a little bit different than that, so that'll be a story element that people will find out what happened when they play the game. We don't want to spoil too much.
I'm also really digging this chill
So these are
cast
the
here.
Emmy
Like-
that Sakamoto-san
Yeah.
was talking about, and
Chill's
none
yelling
of
at us.
Samus's weapons
No,
I
it's
mean?
just kind of chilling.
do anything against them. So
Oh, I love that.
Yep.
Oh,
that
that's
slide
good.
move is so cool.
She looks so cool when she's
Yeah.
sliding.
Yeah, this is
It's
sort of a Nemesis
Oh, no,
situation.
just-
This is cool.
Yeah, this thing is
very
totally
cool.
the invincible
Or a
stalker.
Borg,
You can't-
right?
Don't look
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
I like
my
the
gosh.
arms straight down as they
So
march
scary
forward.
about
Yeah.
this game called Dread. That would be
Can I
why.
get up here?
They're
Yes.
very relentless.
Oh my!
Oh, that's so
wow.
good.
Okay. Did a little reach for me there.
Yeah.
That was new.
We didn't program that in. It shouldn't be doing
That
that. It should have stopped by now. It should have stopped.
Oh no.
Frightening.
Yeah.
Just put this build in last
I'm
night. Just
glad
bear with us,
that
folks.
it's a bit damaged and can't completely reach to me, but we're gonna have to find a different way to tackle that enemy.
You know, this thing is a central unit which controls various areas of the planet. It's sort of a biomechanical computer, kind of a homage to maybe similar units in previous.
Perhaps some
Metroid
kind of
games. And
mother
from
brain?
This unit, Samus can power up, get a temporary
maybe. Who
power
could
up
say?
for her.
Yeah.
Ant brain, maybe,
turning
or
into
like-
the
It's more like
Omega
an ant brain, maybe,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
an
Okay.
I don't know,
Yeah, so-
cousin
Like
brain.
Mom's
In
good
typical
family
2D Metroid
friend, but we call her
Family
Auntie.
friend.
Yeah.
You call her
Yeah.
auntie, but she's
Yeah.
not
Not
actually.
Yeah.
really, but like
Now,
just
with
real
Look, she
quick.
still sends you gifts at
Omega
Christmas.
camera
That's all that
really
matters.
is
Right,
this
that's what
dynamic
matters.
camera
Yep.
that you
Yep.
get
My
to
godmother,
see over
but we could, you know,
Samus's
call her
shoulder,
Aunt.
which is so cool.
Yeah, little additions like that really flesh out the classic 2D gameplay without it feeling like it strays too far from what we loved about it.
Just makes it seem really powerful.
Right. Let's see if this works against our Emmy friend here.
Wait, can you just trigger that camera switch
Takes a
anytime?
little while to charge
Is he
up,
getting switched
so
off?
Seems like
way too long.
I think it's when you're doing this charge on this
Okay.
particular
Yeah.
weapon.
Oh,
Okay.
I wanted to make sure I had it line
Yeah.
of sight.
I hope you enjoyed that.
So
That's
that
one
drops
shot
these
at
things.
it.
Yeah, so it was
Interesting.
so powerful that in order to take that Emmy down, we lose the ability of the Omega Cannon, and it goes back to a regular arm cannon.
Oh,
It was worth
cool.
it though. We can breathe
It's
easy.
like interesting,
It was
like a
for a
limited use
moment.
thing.
Like you have to
Yeah.
find
Well,
it
it's
in the area to move
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
A gate, basically.
I wonder what else you're using the Omega Cannon for there, where like, Can I just let that thing chase me and use that Omega Cannon without depleting it as just like a better gun
for the area? And if it's one shot, probably
amazing
not.
with the missiles. She's the queen of the missiles, but you can also just shoot your regular arm cannon. You can try and avoid enemies altogether, try and hit them all. Really, it's up to you what kind of Samus you want to be.
Yeah, and as Audrey pointed out too earlier, that you could use free aim to do more like line of sight shooting, but you could also just free aim shoot while you're moving as well.
Ooh. A water action, sure.
So I guess that means aiming on the right stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were showing that off a little bit before.
So I want to say on the 3DS it was like you toggle it, right? Like kind of
that sounds right.
Or something.
Yeah.
Entryway.
I hope it's.
These are the entries to the various zones that the Emmy are patrolling, and once you're in there, you need to be on the lookout for those.
Artaria, is that the planet?
Yeah, you can hear in the background the music is so atmospheric. It really puts you on pins and needles just listening to it.
Very, I am completely on edge because it's like really eerie.
Oh, you don't have that wall jump ability yet.
Not yet. Yeah, just the detail in the backgrounds and things is great. No?
Is the helmet like
there it is.
shorter?
No,
the helmet is
moments
redesigned,
like this,
right?
you can really appreciate how cool it is to have an HD 2D Metroid game.
We tried that already, Sam.
Wow!
Just saying what we're all thinking.
Yeah. So luckily, this Emmy can't go through tight spaces, so I have an advantage here.
Ooh.
Somehow Emmy
This is very
doesn't
cool.
seem
Yeah. I like this little bit a lot.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Makes you want to look up whatever the original trailer was for that Metroid Dread game.
Get away from that. That's my recommendation.
Yeah, when
see
they go
how
into
much of this is
patrol mode and turn
pulling
red.
from.
What era did you say that happened in?
Sort of lose track of the.
It was an older E3. I mean,
long time ago.
Looking around.
Yeah, I want to say it was GBA era.
Find another
of,
way to get to me.
Yeah.
Metroid,
also,
the last time
I
they
don't
were
know
really
if it's my
making.
heart throbbing through
2005.
my
It says
the controller, but it's
Is that dinosaur in the background?
Little dinosaur just wiggled its butt. I think. Look at that, dude.
Yeah, and then stuck out its
She
tongue.
makes it seem like she's calm, cool, collected, and badass. I like to pretend that she's actually as nervous as I am when I play it, but I don't think it's true.
Do you want to point out, like, also the backgrounds, like the amount of detail?
There's a couple dinos. So, you know, who knows what this ecosystem is up to.
Not just
Hey, pay
the
attention to
in the
me.
forefront,
Pay
but also
attention.
in the background. I don't know if you guys can tell the shimmering thing in there.
Out there, it's moving.
Okay.
That doesn't bode well.
Yeah.
Was that an invisible
probably.
predator back there?
Note that for
Looked
the
like it.
future.
Yeah, some of those details kind of tell the story as effectively as, you know, a voiceover or anything.
Yeah, if you want to be a bounty hunter, you have to pay attention to details.
Seems like those slugs are just kind of
And watch out for goons.
chilling.
hanging.
You know, I don't
Like eating up the dust and debris, you know? Let them
I
live.
love the detail of like the ribs.
It's the Metroid way, right? Just a bunch of harmless creatures
Yeah.
circling platforms, and you kill them, you murder them all.
Or freeze them forever.
The thing about Metroid enemies too is that some of them have patterns and you can counter them, and others don't, like this one. So I'm just gonna
kill this.
move him out of the way so I can use it. And this room is a communication room with Adam, who happens to be Samus's ship's PC or computer. We're going to skip this part here just because we don't want to spoil any of the lore, but Dan, if you could summarize for the folks at home.
Yeah, so as Samus is exploring, she uploads data to Adam, their ship's AI, and Adam kind of gives little analysis, just really hints though, not necessarily telling you where to go or anything like that. It's still up to you to kind of explore, but there's some interesting lore in there, and you know, some little hints that you can potentially use. And in that one, Adam was basically summarizing the.
Well, we got a hot scoop here from Stephen Totillo. Cyberpunk will be returning to the PlayStation Network store on June 21st, according to CDPR.
Scene, but hopefully we won't see too much for
hot. Hottest E3 news.
They did it. They fixed it. It's all fine now.
Just shooting at the environment, looking for secrets, looking for a way forward, because it's not always going to be obvious. You really have to. It's
So
like
what is
a puzzle.
what is the
it's
canonical
not just action. It's not just
Metroid,
exploration. There's also a lot of puzzle elements here, trying to find
lineage at
the
this
way
point?
forward.
Yeah, and it's really cool too how
Metroid,
Metroid Dread does
Samus
this
Returns,
really sweet balance.
Fusion.
Of, you know, the moments where you
the primes are
have, like,
canonical.
some
They're all
quiet
in that.
to, solve
yes,
the puzzles,
I believe so.
and then it's interspersed with this.
I think
really
everything. I don't think
heavy,
there's any
intense
like
action.
offshoot games
So
that
here's
aren't like
the,
part of
They don't make enough of them to.
Nope.
Yeah, right.
Like contradict their own lore.
That was the Emmy as.
But
Dan had
which
mentioned,
which
they
one
have
is the furthest
kind of
in the
three
timeline?
modes.
Is that
One
Metroid
the
Prime 3?
Surveillance.
That
the other is
sounds right.
Which is
I'll have to
marked
look
with
this up.
blue. They're just scanning the area.
It's been a long. Like I think the last time I looked that up was when Metroid Prime 3 came out on the Wii.
Chase with fast with it. Oh.
And I guess they're still sitting on that like
and then
Switch
when
trilogy
it
that like has been
Samus on
apparently done for
eyesight, it turns
a year
red,
plus.
Which is the,
So
wait, really?
Chase.
Yeah, so
yellow is
the reports have pegged that they've had
noise or
a complete
sense the
port
vibration
done, and they're just
kind of
waiting to do what they
investigate.
normally do, which is probably
Okay.
wait for Prime 4 to be done, and then or, you know nearing completion. And then they'll release it.
So the Emmy
That broke bad.
are
Yeah.
pretty relentless and ruthless.
Was,
it is sort
some
of like
folks
a
in chat
permadeath,
said it's
which is very
Metroid, then all the
unusual,
primes,
for,
then
you know,
Samus
enemies
Returns,
with,
then the Fusion
in the
is
Metroid
the
series,
latest
but
one.
luckily it's not
Huh.
very.
Interesting.
It's
All
the
right.
game's pretty
Not as
forgiving.
Fusion.
It allows
Fusion is
you
Metroid
to
4
respawn
then?
at an
That's what
area
they're
that
saying,
you
yeah.
were
That-
in
okay,
recently,
sure.
so we're able to.
Oh yeah, also
just
people are
go
saying
back
Adam, the
and
ship computer, is
counter
from
that
Fusion.
again.
That is also in this.
Insta-kill is new
Fusion
to
was
the
very good,
series,
from what I
but,
remember.
Yeah,
it's really
yeah,
great because
Fusion
it
is
offers
interesting.
a chance for you to have that challenging difficulty that I think Metroid fans expect, but without being quite so punishing with the respawning that you just have to play the whole game to get back to where you are. So it's a really wonderful balance.
Is Fusion
Yeah,
re-released
and
anywhere?
when the Emmy are
I don't
in
think so.
control mode, which is that
In theory, they could because it's just a GBA
right now,
game,
it's
right?
in
They
pursuit.
could, yeah.
it
Like
wouldn't
the,
be.
like the GBA is so low
they're
resolution,
scanning
it's not going to
areas
look
where they
super great on a
lack
bigger
sense
screen.
movement.
But
Definitely
And
no
so
remaster anyway.
They'll go and
No.
investigate it, and then if they
I think
see
if they ever
something
do
in
something like
eyesight,
that,
then
it'll be
they'll
more
go chase
properly
it.
timed to Metroid. Like no offense meant to Metroid Dread, which looked
This
very
is
good,
such
but
a
you know, like
small
Metroid
but
Prime
really
4 would be
neat
the kind of
touch,
game
the
where they
way
would
that
anchor
Samus moves slower in the
re-releases
water.
and
yeah, and the audio
updates to
change
older
too.
games,
I
most likely.
absolutely love that detail.
yeah, so were you saying they're basically just using remakes as kind of supplemental marketing at this point for new games?
Yeah,
That
basically.
one straggler there.
That feels a lot like how
I
a
don't need
lot
to
of
save.
folks are doing. Not everybody,
feeling
obviously.
great.
I would say like the Capcom RE remakes stand on their own in a lot of ways, but I feel like the remake has filled that role now for a few years for a lot of companies.
See, that really shows how you don't have to stop to fight these enemies. If you really master that dash melee, you can just kind of run and gun.
Ooh.
Okay.
So water puzzle. Really love the animation of the water flowing from one area to the next.
You gotta turn into
Such
the
a
ball
cool
and then
detail.
bomb your way up. Just keep jamming that bomb. You'll get up there. Eventually, two will connect and
water
you'll
levels
just go.
change.
You know how it is.
Have access
Yeah.
to other areas.
Gosh, I
Has she
feel
turned
like,
into a ball yet?
You know?
And
She's
here
definitely not done the
is,
bombs yet.
Yeah.
the map room.
I don't think.
So, interacting with these room will grant me more visibility to the area that I'm currently in. So we sort of lightly touched on
Yeah, we've seen sliding where normally
the
she
narrative
would
of
be
this
orbing.
game, which occurs
Yeah.
in
Right.
the events post Metroid Fusion, and so that's
Probably
why
a lot more
Samus's
comfortable for
look
Samus. assume.
looks different. But also to point out, back to Audrey's point about, the game is about exploration and action, and so this area,
so this is just kind of like a
map,
Metroidvania.
upgrade allowed me to see more about the map, but you can see that there's still a lot of
All right,
obscurity
well,
here.
thanks for
And so
Folks, if Nintendo wasn't going to shut us down, I'm gonna. All
explore
right.
in order to uncover more of the area.
Guess we had to end it eventually.
And also, any
Yep.
secrets involved. So.
Yep.
Yeah, it's also worth
interestingly, that Fatal Frame game coming to Switch, but as opposed to it just being
whether you're a new
Nintendo just kind of pulling their Wii U catalog over to Switch, it's also coming to everything.
It really gets you up to speed with anything you need to know to enjoy the story.
PS4, PS5, all Xboxes, PC.
You have a lot to look
Truly, everyone can experience the worst Fatal Frame game.
I know. Well, on one level, I would want to say, well, cool, maybe that means they're going to revisit at least the catalog and go back and release those. But then, well, yeah, but like apparently that the Ninja Gaiden re-releases were not good. I haven't played them, but by all measures, it was a disaster on PC, and because they don't have the old code for the original Xbox versions, those are kind of compromised Sigma versions of the. So I just be careful what you wish for, I guess. Re-release Fatal Frame 1.
If you have the source code, only if you have the source code.
My nightmares now.
Well, at this point, I'd love if they actually just went and
it's persistent.
you could remake, or remaster Fatal Frame 1 and 2 and get a lot out of that without actually having to make a whole new one.
You start at the surface of the planet and you work your way deeper. But in this game, you actually start deep within the planet and try and work your way to the surface. And so that yearning towards ascension really adds to the tone of this game as well.
We're all yearning towards ascension.
That's right.
Is that the subtitle for Breath of the Wild 2?
I think it might be Bloodborne too, but yes. Though actually, Ascension with the flying island, sure.
I also love that you don't have to necessarily wait for an enemy to attack in order to counter in this game. If you keep an eye out, you can actually sometimes.
Austin, do you think in Breath of the Wild 2 you'll be able to just jump off of these flying cities and just go wherever the fuck you want on the ground? Do you think you'll be
in pace, but can the Switch do it? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, there were no loading screens in the first game, right?
Yeah, and if you watch speedrunners for Breath of the Wild, they do some wild shit where I guess there's load-in times, but if they build the kind of distances right, I'm sure they could figure out how to do that.
That'd be great. Yeah, it would be. I mean, it would be almost kind of a disappointment after seeing that you couldn't just I'm just gonna float all the way down and go to my hut, land on my horse from 3 miles up.
Yep, that'd be pretty good.
Samus, starts off without.
You think you get a horse up there and you could drop your horse, jump off, and then drop your horse and jump off your horse?
Oh, but remember those horses could get hurt, Vinny. That sounds like you.
Why can't the horse float? No, horses. Horsepower.
Also, look at Elden Ring.
You weren't able to before.
True. That horse could double jump. Did y'all read that interview with Miyazaki on IGN? It was like a long interview with Miyazaki about Elden Ring.
It's good.
You can see if you keep an eye on the background.
There's a lot to learn about that game in the interview.
And architecture that really
y'all want skills? That game's gonna have over 100 skills, which is exciting to hear from one of those. Which it reminded me that Dark Souls 3 had weapon skills that, if certain weapons had a special weapon attack, basically, that was distinct for that type of weapon or whatever. And they basically said, or Miyazaki said, it's like that, except they're not tied to weapons anymore. So you could any of that stuff where you saw the backflip attack or the glowing magic sword. That seems like those are skills that you'll be able to equip on your character to use across weapons throughout their entire play, which is more like Sekiro, I guess. Yeah, I'm excited for it. That part sounds great.
You really get to know these
other highlights included equipable spirits or equipable phantoms, basically, where you remember the bit where in the trailer a bunch of it looked like other players showed up. The player produced a cube in their hand, and then a bunch of blue phantoms showed up. Those we think, based on what Miyazaki said, are spirits that you can find in the world, some maybe even enemy spirits that then you'll be kind of recruitable that you can deploy to help you. Though he also did say that some of them would be kind of useless in battle, which is extremely Dark Souls and fun. So, yes,
give me the skeleton that kicks me off a ledge and let me recruit him to come with
me. Please.
So now we can't go through this area because of the water, so we're not able to slide. But we are able to access this door that we weren't to before. And here's another Emmy door. But in order to not spoil any more surprises here, we're gonna leave this as a cliffhanger. And
that was a pretty good long demo.
That was a
good demo. The demo of E3 so far.
Thanks, Teresa and Audrey. Next up, we've got some Mario.
Good on you, Nintendo.
Mario Party Superstars.
Brought games.
to show you.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
All right.
My friend
Next
Janine
up-
just messaged me to say, putting this seed in your brain. Breath of the Wild, Gravity Rush, question mark, question mark. If Link gets Gravity
Jesus.
Rush style flight, that would be sick.
Ooh.
Be okay with that. Like,
Not gonna happen, but it would be great.
V, but like,
Yeah, just
but,
gravity control.
Yeah. Link. We want to keep on hanging out here. Next is
He said the next up is Mario Party game. I think I'm okay.
Maybe not. Then.
Might be a good place to call
Maybe
it.
not.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Is there anything missing that you thought would be here that you hoped would be here? I think it's a great event, but I'm just what's missing from this event? If
Not that I was
Silk
expecting.
Song.
No.
I'm trying to think what else they have on the books that they didn't talk about. I can't think of much.
New
No Animal Crossing at this event. They're not no future, not like, oh hey, for this summer in Animal Crossing, we're blah blah blah.
Well, they
The Mario team would be due for a new game.
Yeah,
Sure.
I was gonna say with Animal Crossing, like they hit the 1-year anniversary and they didn't really announce anything then either. So I wonder if they just don't have new content for that yet.
Chad
Something
is
dark to
yelling
me about
Bayonetta.
the oh yeah, sure. The fact that
Sorry, go
Bunny
ahead.
Day is the first thing after every Animal Crossing anniversary, like every year.
Yeah.
Like that's been we're entering year 2 of Animal Crossing with Bunny Day.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
People are
dark
saying Silk
times.
Song. Well, the Hollow
Yeah.
Knight Team Cherry got out there and said they weren't going to have anything at E3, so I swallowed that disappointment months ago or weeks ago or whatever.
I feel like that game is just they'll just show up like, hey, actually, we'll see you in 2 weeks, and the game's out. Is how I feel they're going to come out confident with that game sometime later this year.
What's that?
Chad mentioned that Project Triangle strategy that they revealed last year. That turn-based strategy game, you know what I'm talking about?
God, was that last year? Was that not earlier this year?
Or whenever
I guess
it was,
I would like to see more of that. Yeah, still though.
Yeah. What's up with that programming game that's out? Right,
That came out.
That's out.
That just came out.
It's out now.
Is anybody
Patrick
played
has
that?
some homework to do. Patrick has to get through that tutorial so that we can see what
you have
people
to,
made.
yeah. They make you build a co-op like fighting game before you can start seeing what other people have gotten up to. So it seems from the half an hour that we streamed before we realized I should just go do this on my own and come back and explain how it works was very neat. The way they visualize like design and like button placement it seems like, especially for kids, would seem like a really neat visualization of design language.
Okay. Yeah, I want to check that out. It seems very STEM focused, like in that in that wheelhouse there. Do you all want to sit in for some Mario Party stuff here? The
I think
party
I'm good.
Continues?
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Thank you for the invitation to your party.
Yeah, you've got
yes.
I'm a little busy. I got some other
So,
stuff going on that
we'll
night.
all get off the call. Vinny, you can stay. Just anchor the Mario Party segment.
Listen, now that I have like Mario Party, we play as a family. It's fun. I think my wife kind of is like, okay. And
What's that mean? What do you mean? Wait, what's that mean? You can just say that. You don't pack that a little bit.
Yeah, it's one of those. I think anybody who has ever had to deal with in a certain way that is like, listen. Yeah, I guess okay.
If you say so.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We'll just do that. How long is it? It's like 2 hours. Yeah, okay. Like, no, is this okay? Or like,
you sure?
Sure. Like,
okay.
I'll tell you what.
I've kind of already told the kids we're gonna do it. I
tried to institute like a family board game night. That's like, hey, once a week or on the weekend, we're gonna just get together and do a thing. And then somehow Mario Party got slipped into there as everybody gets the pick. And my daughter was like, well, I don't like any of these board games. How about a Mario Party thing? And then I think that ended the family game night.
Mario Party just has a way of infesting every part of your life. It just shows up where it's not wanted.
So yeah, then I think that changed into, hey, how about we just have like Chinese food on Friday night? Like that's everybody's happy there.
That's a much better deal.
Yeah, how about that?
Chinese food's good.
And everybody go do your own thing. There's the family, great, and then break, and then we're good. All right. So are we gonna call it there? I think we're gonna maybe look at some other stuff, but Brad and Alex are what do you guys want to do for now?
You want to
I
down,
think
take a quick
we should
break?
take a break. Yeah.
Take a break. Come down.
Come down.
So we're gonna stop.
We're just doing live stream planning here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were thinking
I think so.
We're thinking about taking a look at some of those Xbox demos that dropped.
You should, so I would recommend. I've played 2 of them. You should play Sable, and for sure, if you play anything, definitely play the Sable demo. It's like incredible looking, really fun to play, and Tunic is also very good. And it's not up yet, but they're supposed to be putting out a demo for that male person simulator. Also, heart of the dark secret at the heart of this lake game is going to have a demo.
So Lake is up.
Is it okay? Good. I need to download that and check that out too.
Very straightforward.
Those would be my recommendations.
I played a demo of that for the Ludinaricon on Steam a couple months ago, and it's very nice. It's just calm. It's nice. You're helping people out. You move into a small town. You know, doesn't seem
nice
like there's any disaster as far as I've seen. But I'm excited to play those other 2. Also, the Final Fantasy. Sorry, let's see if we can remember the name of this thing.
Stranger of Paradise.
Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins demo is up. I am fighting a character. Yeah, I'm fighting the boss in that in my playthrough, whose name is Chaos ?
Okay.
It's better than that demo made, or than that trailer made it look. I'm having an alright time with it. I like Neo. I like those games. It's not quite as I'm not quite as intimidated by it as I am by Neo, where I think I'm just like not very good at Neo. Some of the stuff they're doing with like the different classes is neat. But yeah, I don't know. People should try that. So I did not kill that boss yet, chat. I'm bad at this game. I'm not bad at it, but that fight's hard, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Also, we were rushing. I was fighting that boss while Nintendo was saying you're not allowed to stream anything, so I was like, pause, wait, what do I? Okay, I'm gonna try to get back in the flow. That was not the best time to fight a boss in a Souls-like.
It was a morning.
So we're gonna come down. We're gonna take a break. Folks can keep an eye on our Twitter. Our Twitter.
We'll tweet out and we will hit up the Discord as well.
When we're coming back here, I'll probably say, what do you guys think? Maybe like an hour-ish, and we'll come back up?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Grab some lunch. Austin and Patrick.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Anything else you guys want to pitch for Waypoint coming up this week or going on?
I would just say, speaking of board game night, once it's up, people should go to youtube.com/WaypointVice and watch Alex as he comes over and plays the Fast and the Furious board game with us. Like I said, that VOD is probably up on our twitch.tv/Waypoint. That was a blast for people who missed this. Alex came over, we played Fast and Furious Highway Heist, and that board game ruled. So go watch that. What else are we doing, Patrick, this week? Anything? What else is going on?
Yeah, we'll have another Waypoint Radio later this week. I'm sure we'll do some other stream.
Yep.
But
probably not today.
We're
probably done for the day though. So.
And you guys just got Patrick. You just got home, right? Like you were traveling. Everybody was traveling there. Yes. Yeah. Traveling for E3. It's so close. It's almost there.
Man, I came home. I did my expenses first thing. I finished my expenses of that trip 2 hours after landing from it. It was the most delightful. Wow. The anti-bread shoemaker.
Wow. Drag. Putting him on blast.
Okay, but to be fair, the system at the company that all of us used to work at for expenses was
no idea.
So there were I used to work there.
Stretches of months where no computer in that office could run that expense software. It was incompatible with every piece of hardware in that building.
Yeah.
It was like, can I borrow someone's computer to use because we are all on Windows 10 and none of us can run this shit.
Everybody was scrounging for a laptop running old enough software that we could open that expense tool.
It was like an old Java thing or something, right?
It was like some super old Java requirement.
It was T-Rex. It was a dinosaur.
Yes.
It was a
T-Rex.
And like, meanwhile, I'd go out to dinner with people at E3 and they'd be like, oh yeah, let me expense this real quick. Grab their phone, take a screenshot, hit upload, and be like, yeah, I'm done. I already put it through my expense thing. Shut the fuck up. Some of us don't have that technology yet. Don't brag.
Right. That's right.
God damn. Anyway, yeah, we might also have that LA Noir Waypoint 101 go up this week. I think that's a Kato question or a Rob question. Patrick and I weren't involved in that, but I'm looking forward to it in a big way. So,
and if folks want to see some of the other stuff, we did a bunch of talk over with the Waypoint folks. should be archived either on Nextlander's YouTube side.
You guys got it. We got it. Yep.
Okay, great. Go check it out. Thank you guys so much. Again, we'll be back in a little while here, probably about an hour. Keep an eye on the social media places to know that until we figure out all our scheduling stuff. But thanks everybody for joining us here. And if this VOD ever makes it up and you're watching this in an archive and it has not ruined us,
Nintendo lawyers haven't
when the Nintendo secret police take us away, know that we went out for you. We did it for you.
That's right. We did it for you. All right. Thanks everybody. We'll be back soon.
Thank you for doing another Game Bark production with us, Vinny.
That's right. Woof.
Hell yeah.
Woof woof.
Woof. See you everybody.